This is why I resonate as a convert to the church and the early pioneers. The story of the Utah pioneers who crossed the plains to find refuge in what was then Utah territory, or actually they had to flee the country. It was Mexico, is a powerful example of faith and resilience. This journey, filled with immense challenges, is not just the tale of historical significance, but it's a testament of unwavering faith in not only God, but in our prophet, or their prophet, Brigham Young. Their story resonates deeply with myself as a gay man who faced persecution, and it played a major role or part in my decision to be baptized into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The journey of the Utah pioneers. In mid-1800s, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints faced severe persecution in Nauvoo, Illinois, after the martyrdom of their prophet, Joseph Smith, in 1844, and the hostility against them intensified. Brigham Young, who succeeded Joseph Smith as the leader of the church, received revelation that the saints need to flee to a place where they could worship freely and build a new Zion. In 1846, Brigham Young declared it's time to leave. Their trek was arduous. Many pioneers suffered from hunger, illness, and exhaustion. This just breaks my heart, and it was a major part of my decision to join, because I knew if anybody understands persecution, it's members of the church. This is why Pioneer Day is my favorite holiday to celebrate. So they were forced with brutal winters and scoring summers. Some even lost their lives along the way. Despite their challenges, the Utah pioneers pressed forward with faith and resilience. One of the most prominent stories for this period is the tale of the Willie and Martin Handcart Company. These groups left too late in the season and were caught early winter storms in Wyoming. The conditions were dire, and many pioneers died from exposure and lack of food. When word of theirs reached Brigham Young, he immediately organized rescue parties. His famous declaration, "Go and bring these people now on the plains, and attend to those things which we call temporal, otherwise your faith is in vain," close quote, exemplifying the urgency and compassion of his leadership as the prophet called of his church. Rescue parties braved the harsh conditions to bring food, clothing, wagons to the stranded pioneers. This act of selfless service, driven by faith, saved many lives. The surviving members of the Handcart Company eventually reached Salt Lake Valley, where they were welcomed by fellow saints who had prepared to receive them. Upon reaching Salt Lake Valley in 1847, the Utah pioneers began to work to build their new home. They transformed barren deserts into thriving communities through hard work, cooperation with others, and continued faith in God. My personal connection. As a gay man, I have faced my own share of persecution and challenges. Growing up, I often felt misunderstood, judged, and isolated because of my identity. The feeling of being an outsider and facing hostility from others and being a victim of a brutal bashing in my own public high school that was by 15 students attacked me and almost left me for dead allows me to have a deep connection and understanding for what it's like to be different or perceived as different, just like we are as members of the church. When I learned about the persecution in the Utah pioneers endured, their story resonated with me on a profound level. Their faith and resilience in the face of such severe adversity inspired me. I saw their journey a reflection of my own struggles and the possibility of finding peace through faith. And I can testify that I did find that peace. Their example of trusting God's guidance and following the prophet, even when it meant facing immense hardship, gave me the courage to explore my own faith deeply. I realized that, like the Utah pioneers, I could find strength, hope in trusting God and seeking a community where I could belong and grow spiritually. This connection was a significant part of my decision to be baptized into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I saw the church as a place where faith, resilience, and a supportive community could help me overcome my own trials and find a deeper sense of peace and purpose. A testament of faith and resilience, the story of the Utah pioneers' journey is not just a tale of historical significance. It is a testament of the power of faith, resilience in overcoming life challenges. The experience of persecution and their unwavering trust in God mirrors my own journey and struggles. Their example teaches us that no matter the trials we face, faith and resilience can guide us through, helping us find strength, peace, and a sense of belonging. In sharing the story of the Utah pioneers and my own journey, I hope it inspires others to embrace faith and resilience and to find strength in their struggles and to seek a community where they can belong and grow, like I have. Together, we can overcome adversity and find peace and purpose in our lives. In closing, I bear my testimony that the journey of the Utah pioneers is powerful. Witness to the strength and guidance we can find through God's love and the atonement of Jesus Christ. Their resilience and unwavering trust in divine direction inspires me daily. Just as the pioneers press forward, I have found a place and a purpose by following the promptings of the Spirit and embracing the teachings found within the gospel of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to press forward. As it says in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, quote, and I'll paraphrase, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Close quote. I know that through faith we can overcome any adversity and find joy in our journey. And I say this as my testimony in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. I felt through prayer this morning I needed to celebrate our saints. I posted in my stories a picture of me in front of the Utah welcome sign, or not my stories, but in my Instagram, whatever it's called. And I think about every time I see that welcome to Utah sign, or every time I land in Utah or I drive over the border, and I can't imagine what those saints went through. I can't, because it's, I've hiked Zion. I've hiked a lot of trails in St. George. In southern Utah, I have experienced the hotness where you need to bring 10 bottles of water and you're drinking it. It's so warm. I can't imagine. And these are on trails. Imagine doing this without trails. So I have found much strength in our pioneers, and I'm finding even more strength as a convert researching their stories and preparing these talks for you, and preparing my Come Follow Me lessons for YouTube, that I pray you find a way to find strength through our ancestors or our pioneers to bring you closer to the gospel and what they've gone through. Thank you for joining today, and I pray you have a great night or a great morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. And I'm going to say bye for now. I love you, and most importantly, so doesn't he.